But the time you did win with the Warriors, how was that finals? Like your finals experience during that, how was that? Getting one.
Man, so like the part like about that was like obviously like we the Warriors, they had went to three straight championships. Well, I went to three straight finals, won two.
Mhm.
But like that year, like, well, I'm gonna speak for me. That year, I didn't expect LeBron and them to make it. Like that was the year
Mhm.
they traded everybody. It was Kyrie's first year in Boston, I believe. That's when they had like D Rose, IT, like they kind of traded the whole team.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
They had got Jordan Clarkson, George Hill. You know what I'm saying? So then they were like 4 seed, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
Um, so obviously you never want to count Bron out because he had went to all them straight finals. But I mean, I don't think anybody expected, the Cavs to make it. And we had went through, we played San Antonio the first round, beat them in five, with no Steph. Steph comes back against New Orleans, we beat them in five. Um, and then obviously there was this big, rivalry created between us and Houston. They were the number one seed, we're the number two seed. So we end up going 7 games with them. Iggy gets hurt game three. Chris Paul gets hurt game five. We was down 3-1, had to come back and win. Beat them game seven in Houston. And like that felt like the change. Like, I was crying after that game, like, but because I had a moment in that series where like I missed the game winner in game five, and I just felt bad. I'm like, man, bro, it's the one time I get with the Warriors, we about to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I just felt like I wanted it bad, man. And I was in the rotation game seven. Like I got in early, game seven. I got to play in that game seven, the Western Conference Finals to go to the chip. And I had zero problems. I probably had zeros across the board. But like I just felt like it was like my last game ever. So I wanted to do as much as possible. And we end up winning. Um, and then we go to the finals and like, damn, we got Braun. So that's when Braun had the crazy game one. Like, he had 50 and whatever he had. Like it was the most
And he
impressive
broke his hand. Yeah, most impressive stat line ever.
performance that I ever seen in person.
Yeah.
We end up sweeping him. He broke his hand, I remember. So
Mhm.
we ended up sweeping him. But the cool part about that was so I wasn't active. They didn't make me active the last 2 games. They made because Patrick McCall had just came back. I don't know if you remember. He landed crazy. He had
Oh,
to
yeah,
come
I do remember that. Yeah. Yeah. Patch,
back
yep. Mhm.
active for that. And then Iggy, he like speeded his recovery up. Obviously, an emergency to guard Brown and give us some minutes. So the last 2 games I wasn't active, and I felt the way about that. But I respected Steve Kerr. Steve was like, man, I just want to reward the guys. We've been here the whole year, blah blah blah. And it hurt at the time, but was mad for 20 minutes, and then all right, back to the team. We're about to win you 2 games and win the championship. Well, you was just in the G League a year and a half ago. You was just on the couch in Atlanta crying about you about to take a year off. So like anytime where I kind of get like in my feelings or feel bad, I just kind of think how blessed I am.
Mhm.
So which isn't easy. But I'm like, bro, you 2 games away from finals, bro. Playing against the team that gave you your first opportunity. You're in your dad's hometown. Like
Mhm.
how, how could this get any better? So um, and I'm saying that to say when we won it, everybody was looking for me. Like everybody was trying to like, go in, like, bro, you won, like you a champ. Like that's when like the viral video of Steph, like when you see Quinn Cook, make sure you call him champion. Like Kevin's first thing he did was find me and hug me and just he was like, man, we came from, C Pleasant Rec and Run and Shoot and Central High School and Largo High School to we in Quicken Loans Arena hosting Larry O'Brien. Like it doesn't like
Don't get much better than that. You can't.
that, bro. So
So crazy,
that was
man.
the best part. Like everybody was like trying to find me and like trying to show me love. Because obviously, like that was Steph's third, that was Kevin's second, that was Iggy and Draymond, all those guys third. But like, man, they made it like me, Swaggy P, like all they was like they was. You would have thought I was about to win the Finals MVP or something. Like how much love they was giving me. So that's what kind of what kind of dudes those guys are, man. So I'm appreciative. I have pictures, videos that I could cherish forever. I can show my kids, I can show my grandkids, that stuff. So man, they made that very, very, very special for me.
And the fact you won it from somebody from your hometown,
Yeah.
that I know that was, like, extra special for you.
That next year in Golden State, I had a really good year, but I like the politics kind of played a part of it.
Like,
Like,
them
but I finished the year off strong. Um, I played really well that season, and I was I was out the rotation the first. I started the playoffs in a rotation, and we played the Clippers. I had a really good first two games against them. We lost game two, so I
mm,
was out the rotation for that series, and I was out the rotation for Houston the next series, and then we played Portland. Then I got back in the rotation, and I was in the rotation that those 4 games when we swept them. I was in
mm.
the rotation, and that was fun. And then we obviously lost in the finals where I was in rotation first. I was in rotation 4 out of the 6 games. No, I was in rotation 5 out of 6 games.
6 games, yeah.
Yeah. So that was fun, like to be like a main contributor like in the finals, like that was lit. But um the politics and the business happened my free agency. I was a restricted free agent, so they gave me a qualified offer. But like I had a good season. So
Mhm,
agent, he advised me, let's wait and see if we get another offer. And I'll never forget I was in Miami working out with Vic. And it was the third day of free agency. And yeah, I think I want to say the second day, Kevin said he was going to Brooklyn or whatever.
mm.
So third day, me and Victor literally working out like in the evening, like at like 5. And my agent called me like 3 times. He like, yo, everything's kind of slow, but I think we just signed the offer and you just kill this year. You're gonna play. The ins and outs of the offense. Clay's not gonna be there.
Mm.
He's not gonna play 82 games. So I'm like, all right, bet, let's do it. So he sends the contract over. And I don't think I shared this story publicly yet, but they send an offer over, right? Literally signing. I literally signed my qualifying offer for the Warriors. And as
Oh,
they did it, they sent it back and was like, they no, I'm sorry. As I was doing it, they sent me a withdrawal. Like I got the screenshots and everything. Like you completed because everything is DocuSign and so everything is on your phone. So I literally completed it and I got the withdrawal back from the lawyer from the Warriors. Like the Warriors have, withdrew your offer, you know, um, thank you for whatever. Boom. So I'm like, oh, what does it mean? So my
mm,
agent's like on the phone, furious, like they just withdrew the offer. Like they just withdrew the offer. I'm gonna call you back.
mm.
Like, what does this mean? Like, so now I go from being restricted to unrestricted.
Yeah.
First person that calls me is Quinn from the Jazz. Like, so now I'm being like, hey, we just got word that you're unrestricted. So I'm like, hey coach, no disrespect, but there's a lot going on. I don't know. I'm confused. Can I talk to you in like 20 minutes?
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, cool. I'll call back in 20 minutes. So like I had like 4 teams call me.
Mm.
So Bron calls me. He's
The
like,
Broncos straight up. How do you find
bro, I'm
that's
restricted. I
yeah,
need you in LA.
yeah.
So I'm like, hold. What is going on? So I'm just so like, you know what I'm saying? And another thing was I'd never been pursued by the NBA. Like I've never like, you know what I'm saying? I always been my agent has to call, be like, what you think about Quinn? Blah blah blah. I was undrafted. I was, a guy on a 10 day. I was a guy in the G League. So it's never been like besides the team that actually signed me. So it was different, like feeling like pursued and wanted. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It was lit. It was lit for
Uh,
like the
I bet it was. I would have been lit.
I was
Oh,
so confused. I was just so set on I'm going back to Golden State.
yeah.
So 4 teams called me, Bron called me, Rob Pelinka calls me, the AD calls me, and they just got AD. So I kind of felt the weight of Golden State. You know what I'm saying? I felt the weight. I felt like they didn't handle it correctly. Steve Kerr called me. He was like, "What happened?" And like, man, y'all withdrew it. And Steve's like, blah, 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 saying what he's saying. But he's like, we'd love to have you back. Um, we're keeping the 15 roster spot open. Maybe you can come compete for it. And I'm just like, bro, I won a championship with y'all. Like I was a big contributor for the past 2 years. Nah, I passed. I passed. And I love Steve. And Steve is me. That's probably been my best coach since Coach K. Like my favorite coach. But I just felt like Golden State owed me a little more than that. So I professionally declined.